Okay, to explain the next part of the program we're working on, we need to play a game. And so I have a game here, so let's play it. It's a bunch of dice, it's a cup, and a bunch of these little tokens, I guess. And so we need to play a game. Well, how do we play? Well, that's what we need, a game controller. Something that tells us how to play the game. And for this game is Yahtzee. And it comes with this nice little instruction book. And it has instructions on how to play, what the object of the game is, how the turns work, how you score, and how you win the game, and how the game ends. So, what a game controller is, it's a piece of code which has all the rules and has the game flow from one part to a bit. Has the game flow from one step to the next step and can tell when the game is ending and how to score it. That's what a game controller does. And that's what we're working on the next part of our program. Otherwise, we're just rolling dice and not making sense of anything. Okay, so we talked about a game controller and how it runs the rules of the game and tells us all sorts of things like scoring and when the game ends and how to set up the game. So we need that for our program. That became apparent when I was working on the new bosses and keeping track of ammo, because the game controller is the part that needs to do all that. So I have written a game controller to allow us to work on these little different parts of the game, but I had to flesh it all out first, and just so it would function, so we can add these little additions on. So that's why it took a while for me to get this episode completed. So a game controller runs the game, and what it does is it keeps track of the state of the game. So right at the beginning, we have the title screen, which is before the game starts, right? This is like, we don't want the game to just start. We want everybody to be ready for when it starts. So we have a little title screen. And so this state title screen is where it starts at. So this is a state machine. That's what the game controller does. It provides a state machine to keep track of the states of the game. So during the title screen, it's just sitting there until someone hits the start button, and then it goes to the game start state, which makes sense, right? It's a good name for it. What does the game start state do? Well, it sets up the starting values, right? The score, the wave number, and all sorts of things where it, brings up the planet, can bring up the cursor and that sort of thing. So it does all the prep and the starting values. Okay. The next step is the wave start. Our game has several waves, and that's how we know we progress through the game, is we go from one wave to the next wave. So what does the wave start do? Well, it loads the list of enemies, and it also sets our starting ammo. Right? Some waves are going to have more ammo than others, but it gets everything ready for the start of the round, the start of the wave. Okay? Then after that, it's the gameplay state. Okay? So this game start and the wave start, this is just based on time. It goes from one state to the other based on once it's finished all these and once it's announced the wave. And then after about a certain amount of time, it starts the gameplay. And the gameplay will just go through and it checks to see if there's any more wave enemies to bring out, or if they've been totally destroyed. It also checks to see how our ammo is. Do we still have ammo, or are we out of ammo? So if we have wave enemies still in play, then this will loop, right? It goes back to the same state. If our ammo is out, it goes here, and it tells the enemies, hey, we're out of ammo, and so hurry up. We don't want the player to be bored just watching the enemies slowly creep in. So hurry up and finish the game. And then it goes back to the gameplay. The gameplay won't go to the next state, wave end, until all the enemies are out, that they have been destroyed or blown up or whatever. They're no longer around. Okay, so the wave end happens, and this is where we, look at the bonus score, adds up all the score, adds up whatever we have left in ammo. And after it does this, it will go back to the wave start and start the next wave. All right, and so it repeats this cycle. The other thing that can happen is if our planet is dead, then the game is over. Game end. Okay? And at this point, it will check, it will do the final tally, and it will check to see if we have a high score or not. And then after the game end, it goes back to the title screen. So this is the game controller. This is the game state. This is our state machine. It goes through all these different steps based on these particular values, right? Are we out of enemies? Or is the planet dead? Then it goes on to the next state. And then back at the title screen, it just waits for us to start. So this is a game controller. This is what we put in. This is what took me so long to code. And I don't have all this done. All I have are these little steps and little stubs, places for us to put the code in. What I have done is I've done the title screen, I've done the game start, I've done the wave start, and I've done the gameplay. I don't have it detecting the wave end or the game end yet. Here's that new object I was talking about, the game master. And this is the one that runs all the rules and does the game. And so it has to know about all the objects and keep track of those sorts of things. And it's going to run us through a game. So let's fire it up and see what happens. So it's going to start off in the game start, and it's just going to give us a little intro and bring up the planet and the crosshair, and then it's going to tell us that the wave's starting. And the first part of the wave, it's got the bombs here, so let's go ahead and shoot the bombs. There we go. The bombs are rather small and fast. And there we go. Okay, oh, and we got another set of. So I got it set so I can have the waves come out in a delay, or I can have them wait till the other wave is finished. So there's lots of options here. All right, and that's all it does right now. It doesn't detect the wave end. Now the game controller, let me open this up here so we can see what's going on. Here's the game controller. The game controller has all these different objects of the pieces of the game, so it knows how to put them out and when to make changes to them. Lots of little timers here. Fire input, the wave started, wave timer, wave step, wave size. And here is where we build the different waves. I only have one wave right now, and I have it set the ammo for that wave, and then I add a sortie, which is a round of enemies that come into the wave. So I can go here and say, well, I want this to be bullseyes. Okay, so the first sortie will have 10 bullseyes pop up, and then it'll wait 10 seconds, and also it will wait for this wave to clear before doing the next sortie. All right, where is it? Update routine. Okay, so this is called every time the screen refreshes, and I have it keep track of a value here called game mode, and so I have different modes depending on what state of the game is. So here's game start, right? This is the first thing that comes in. So let's go to wave start. This is the second one that gets executed. The first time in, it will print out the wave number on the screen and display it, and then it'll set a timer for 2 seconds. So that's how long it will display the wave number on the screen. It also sets the ammo to match the current wave number's starting ammo. So up here is gameplay. It checks the fire button, and if it sees that that there's ammo and that it's been long enough, it will fire a bullet. And then it will set a timer saying, hey, we need to wait for a certain time to pass before we can fire again. If the ammo count is less than or equal to 0, it will pop up a display out of ammo. And at this point, we're going to tell the enemies to hurry up. After firing and moving the enemies, it'll check all the collisions. Now see that during the wave start, it's not checking for collisions. So it's not going to fire, and it's not going to do any collisions. It has to be during gameplay, which that happens. Okay, it's recompiled. So now, defend the planet. Here's our satellite. Here's our cursor. It's going to show us the wave and then gives us the ammo. And then here we go. We got our bullseyes to get rid of first. This is sort of like the practice round. And then once I hit this last one, it's going to bring out the bombs. Okay, and there they are. All right, nice shot. Ooh. Ooh, I hit the planet. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, there we go. So that's where we're at. We have done the detect out of ammo. We got the limited ammo. We've done the bullseye, and we've done the small bomb. Well, what else have we done? The enemy control. This is bringing out the enemies in different waves. So that is done. Detect wave end. We haven't quite done that one yet. Haven't done that one. Haven't done that one. Haven't done that one. Multiple enemies. We still got to do these other. What's the next enemy we should do? Should we do the heavy bomb? Okay. In progress. We'll do the heavy bomb. Maybe we'll do the smart bomb too. Okay. Bullet types. We got the regular bullets. Why don't we add rockets here? Okay. Ammo crates. No, we're not ready for bonuses yet. And let's see. Detect wave end. We'll do that one. In progress. And let's see. And let's do detect game end. We'll do this counting up bonus stuff later. Okay. I think that's a good chunk for next time. And now that we got the game controller implemented, getting these little steps done will be a lot easier. So it's going to be pretty cool next time. And that's it for this video. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. And subscribe if you do. All right, that was good. All right.